Something we get asked a lot about every year is buffer feeding. Emotions can sometimes run very high when it comes to buffer feeding, and it can be very difficult to get reasonable and balanced information. At Specialist Nutrition, we don't believe in conforming to a fixed blueprint. In order to make the most out of every farm situation, we believe it's important to adapt to that farm. We like to challenge every farmer to take a look at their farm and examine what might work best for them.
By buffer feeding, you have more control on your grass, and you have more control on getting the litres from them. If they get the proper buffer, it's easier to keep them level than to have them to feed them deep, and it's impossible nearly to get them back up to where they go from.
On this farm, the incorporation of a buffer feed into the system means that we can get a lot more from the home produced feeds. Rather than just relying on nuts in the parlour and grazed grass, the buffer feed allows us to incorporate crimped grain, beet and conserved forage into the diet where it's needed. The majority of the time, the decision whether to buffer feed or not comes down to a few small things. Firstly, the cow's energy requirement to support maintenance and milk production versus the energy intake from grass, and whether there's any shortfall there. It's important that we make up the deficit. Secondly, when it comes to farm covers, a buffer feed can give us control where it's needed. Thirdly, in some situations at grass, rumen function can be challenged. A buffer feed where needed can give us control over rumen function, more so than just nuts in the parlour. Many farms in Ireland can produce milk from grass and nuts in the parlour if needed for a good portion of the year. It's important for sustainability into the future that we build some flexibility and resilience into the system. A buffer feed at strategic times of the year can be part of building in this resilience and flexibility.